Greetings everybody, Amar here, and I'm going to do a relatively quick workout. I've made the updates. The arrows that were pointed at the fourth hit have been replaced by the little happy sign. Right now it does not appear like there's any fourth hit streaks. Okay, now basically when I read this, I just read very fast each column. I go like this, I read up. I just scan. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like that, really quick, just to get an idea. So you can see the number 5 here is out skip of a 20. This is 29, 20, 1 cold period. This is, so we're in 2 cold periods. This is a reverse cascade. This is a reverse cascade or trend reversal, depending. So I just go through all the numbers like this. This is in a streak. This is also a streak, an intermediate nexus, because it has this in-between skip of 9. This one has an in-between skip of 7. This has an in-between skip of 8. Okay. So I just go all the way down the line. All right, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And so here I have a 4. I prefer the 4 and the 5. 4 cold periods and 5 cold periods. Those are like the sweet spot I've discovered from other games. Now you do have a number such as here the 34, which is out 6 cold periods. It appears that 7 cold periods appears to be the max, like here with the 18. All right, so that was 7 cold periods, and then it had 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. So it is technically still reversing. It should have more hits based on the reverse pattern, the trend reversal, and it's only having 4 hits. Gail does say in the book that after a bottom, a number can get hot, so that looks like that's the bottom, the 8 and the 8. Okay, after 7 cold periods, so the 18 is a number that you really want to keep on your radar going forward. Alright, so one of the numbers that I noticed here was the 12. I put a little equal sign here. That's for me to just note that it's a symmetrical skip. So we're at 4 games and the previous skip was 4. So this is a reversal into a bottom. So it's 15, 4, 4. So that's why I have it here. Now these arrows represent pairs. So the 12 here is a pair. Its top pair is with here the 25. The 25 is a trend reversal or reverse cascade. I never could get to talk to Gail because she had gotten ill, and her assistant really didn't know anything about Lotto, so I couldn't really get details regarding the differences in the terminology. This 12 has a twin. The twin number is the 21, or reciprocal number, but I'm going to call it its twin. The twin here has 1 cold period, but it's at a skip of 38. It's a top pair. I have a feeling that'll come in. The other number that has an equal sign here is over here, the 6. I'm sorry, that's the 17. It's actually a triple bottom because we have 2 is the first one, 2 is the second one, and now it's 2 again. And it also happens to be an adjacent off of the 17, because that's one of the things you want to try to manipulate. You know you're going to have a skip 0, you know you're going to have a skip 1, you know you're going to have a skip 2, you're going to have some symmetry, either a 4, 4, 5, 5, 7, 7, 8, 8, 10, 10. You're going to have adjacents. So you have to try to mix all those in through some intuitiveness. Now I like the adjacents to be -1. I prefer those. So that, for instance, is like over here where the 16 was -1 to the 15, and you actually had this this kind of movement where when 16, 15, 14. All right. So I'm looking at that with the 17 here. the 70 off of the 18. I'm looking 1716. 1760 happens to be a neighboring pair. That's why I have this little arrow here. This indicates a top neighboring pair, 1716. I don't have any other pairs with the 17, but I can just check this right here real quick in the 4BA. Okay, so this 4BA doesn't have a V, and the 4BA is actually over here. But I'm looking, this is actually just the companion chart. So the other numbers are 17 is the 41, that's out of my filter, and then 2438. So 24 actually is kind of interesting because it's looking for a hot skip off the 24. So I should put another arrow in, but it becomes a little crazy with the arrows. It gets confusing. So I believe I put an arrow in this other chart here. Yeah, off the 17. It has the 24, and the other one was the 38. So I to keep it from getting too cluttered, I did it like that. So so right off the bat, you know, those are looking like 3 good numbers. Well, at least 2 good numbers. Looking at the 12, the 17, the 16. The repeat I like is the 2. The 1 is a reverse flag. I find that those are the hardest to predict, even though they do occur a lot. I make these purples as the reverse flag. Okay, so I can look at it. And the reverse intermediate is this blue. Okay, so it's a different kind of reversal. So it's still a reverse cascade, but this is a reverse flag, and this is a reverse intermediate over here. So the other numbers I still like this 35 because it's a gold skip at 11. I probably will go with a 38 here because of the trend reversal, even though it's only 1 cold period, and I'll bring the blue 1 down to indicate that. The other thing I kind of like to look at is the spread. So for instance, if I have the 12 here, if I consider the 12 as my first number, I'm going to look at a spread between 20 and 22. So basically you just add 20 to the 12, and that brings you to the 32 here. Alright, so that's actually pretty good here, because I was looking at last digit 2s. I think I had mentioned that before, based on this chart here. This is last digit 2s, and it looks like it came in as a reverse flag. I should have a number of cold periods here, but I don't. There's just so many patterns to just get straight. So you have the reverse flag here with the last digit 2s. Oh, and I meant to put the numbers in here for the, so I know it came out. So I'll just put 1 in here, and so I can just get started, so I don't forget. And what column was that? That was column, let me see, it's not highlighting. You're supposed to highlight. Anyway, it's not highlighting for some reason. So I'll do that later. And so that this actually reinforces the concept of the spread from the 12 to the 32. So let's go back to the matrix walk. So 32 is in here, and I have to get a new symbol or something to do to show that this is a flag. But in the meantime, I'll just move this little guy over here, suggesting that I like the 32. The spread again with of 20 goes to here to 22, brings you to this 34, which happens to be in its 7th cold period. So I'm going to bring the 7 over here to indicate that that's 7 cold periods. Oh, it didn't go. Okay, bring it over here. And that indicates 7 cold periods. So another gold skip there. And the 35 I had liked previously. It was a pair of the 7. However, that's out of the spread. So right there. And oh, and then to keep in with another adjacent here. Alright, I should actually color this. I'm going to color these arrows later green to indicate that it's an adjacent pick. So so right away, the numbers that I like, again, 12. These will definitely be in my wheel. I'll have to add numbers. 12, 16, 17, 24, 28, 32, and probably 33, 34. I'll have to check the skip chart number 6 in gold to see how it looks. These are actually tricky. You'll have to make your own decision, but I'm definitely going to go with 12, 16, 17, 24, 28, and 32. So I'm going to see how we do with that, and that's this workout. So good luck, everybody. I'll post this, and happy number hunting. You know, make your own decision, see how you feel about things. I'm explaining why I've done these based on certain rules, and hopefully I can pull out another 4-number win or a 5-number win pretty soon. All right. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.